All right, people are still joining us, but I think we're going to kick off this first part of the kickoff, actually. So, yeah, we do this a bit differently. I don't know if you've noticed how we organize these events. I think the first time we hosted one of these, we had all of the workshops on the Saturday. And what we found was there wasn't often enough time for hackers to actually use those tools. And so this time we've put our workshops on the Friday. And so we ended up doing, this is actually the second time we did it like this in Istanbul. Earlier today, I think a lot of you were there, we did sort of the kickoff, or we did sort of the intro to the day. Now we're doing the kickoff of the hackathon. So yeah, the goal here is to really get you looped in on all of the partners and prizes, and also just go over the logistics again, because I know a lot of you arrived a little bit later. So yeah, I'm Anna. I'm one of the I am the co-host of a I'm the host of a show called Zero Knowledge Podcast. What do I do again? I'm a co-founder of the company ZK Validator, and I'm also one of the creators of ZK Hack.
Yeah, and hi guys, I'm Gaylord, so I'm working on ZK Hack for quite a while now. And yeah, I'm very happy to see you here.
All right.
So yeah, ZK Hack is where you learn about ZK, you're being onboarded and mingle with all the ZK enthusiasts throughout a series of projects that we will cover just right after.
Yes.
So yeah, I mentioned the study groups earlier today in the intro. We also have like a newsletter, a weekly series of news on Twitter, and we have of course the events either online or IRL like today. Reminder, you have to join the Discord. Yeah. This is where we will give you all the information about the event all throughout the weekend, and this is also where you will get and ask support to the sponsors team about any questions related to the hackathon.
And we posted this earlier today, but we know that a lot of people have arrived since that presentation. So if you are not on the ZK Hack Discord, please join it now and get there from here. And when you're in there, mention, at least in general, or introduce yourself. There's different channels, but say somewhere, add me to the Krakow chat, because there's a secret channel, but we have to manually add you. There's a lot, I mean, most of the people here, I think, are now in there. Yeah. We've been adding you as you applied, but some people we noticed we could not find their handle in our Discord server. Yes. And so, yes, please join it, and then we can add you.
And we didn't mention that earlier, but so you can follow us on X with this account, _ZK Hack __. And yeah, I know you will take a lot of nice pictures with a lot of smiles, good energy, good vibes. Make sure you take pictures of crowded rooms and pictures that look great. And yeah, we would be more than happy to share them and yeah, just to look at them.
Cool. And yet, please use that handle or that hashtag there. So a little bit about the event. So this is a ZK-focused IRL hackathon. It's our third. We did 2 events already in Lisbon and Istanbul. And we have, these events have already created, 70 projects have been built at these events. And like you said, we're kind of hoping we reach 100
triple digit
with this one.
That's for this
that would be very, very cool. There's also been some projects that went on to create companies already. So this is very, very cool. You are currently, for anyone who wasn't here earlier, you're currently in a refurbished vodka factory. We felt like we're here in Poland, we should pick something appropriate. It's, you may have also noticed the swag that we have. We have some shot glasses for the event. We're going to be spending some nice time here. I hope you like it. Do you like it, actually? Do you guys like this spot? It's pretty nice, eh?
Pretty solid, yeah.
A few house rules. Just once again, no smoking on the premises. This, for today, the venue is only open until 11 p.m., but tomorrow we are actually going to be open overnight from Saturday to Sunday, so you're welcome to work through the evening if you need to.
Late night hacking for tomorrow.
Just remember, for tomorrow, if you do decide to stay long, actually in general, try to keep your space clean. If you're using dishes, just try to bring them back to the center so that it's easy for folks to clean that up.
And so we had the workshop this afternoon. I hope you attended them and learned a lot. For those who didn't find a team yet or are looking for an extra team member or stuff like that, so we will have a gathering at the team formation corner. It's a big, big sign. It's hard to miss. But it's just right here on the left. We're going to do that, during and after dinner. So please go there. I think I didn't see so many people so far going there,
exactly.
but yeah. This is where you can mingle and actually find an extra member.
Are there people who still don't have Teams, actually?
Yeah, it's a good question.
Can you put up your hand, just so we get a sense? Okay, so there's a couple of you, yes. So at 7:30, we're going to be over at the team formation corner, specifically, so maybe you should all...
Yeah, same goes for the teams which might actually need an extra team member. Also, hang out there. Otherwise, they will be alone.
Yeah.
And that's sad. On Saturday, as we will be hacking, we will host this office hours with all the sponsors. That's where you will be able to ask your technical questions, try to get some help for some bugs you're facing. And we will share the exact schedule on the Discord, and it will be also, of course, shown on the screens in the main room. So yeah, check it out. That's where you will get some help for your project.
We also, for this edition, we don't have mentors specifically, but we do have this expert corner, which is one of the rooms. There's a sign for it. And our idea there is that if you are here, not hacking, but have some expertise where you can help out, you can hang out there. And also, if you're a hacker looking for help and you haven't been able to find it with the sponsors near their booths, go to the expert corner and a volunteer will help you track down the right people if they're here. We also, as mentioned, are doing a creative workshop, hands-on workshop, tomorrow at 4, but there's only 30 spots, so you have to register. But only register if you are for sure coming, because there's only 30 spots. This is the map. I think you are all familiar with it at this point, but you haven't seen, there's like a bunch of rooms around the sponsor area that have been closed. Tomorrow, those are opening up. That's where the office hours are going to be held. That's where the workshop is going to be. There's the chill area. I was sitting in the expert room just now doing a puzzle. You may have seen a few ZK Hack puzzles lying around. You're welcome to try them. They're very easy. Although they take like an hour. So like it's nice.
Yeah, when you're hacking, an hour is a lot of time.
True. Maybe you don't want to use it. But you can also take them home if you want to. Just try not to like spread the pieces out. Try to keep them together. As mentioned, we're in the main stage. There are the hacker rooms. I'm assuming you've already seen them. There's also next door a ballroom, which has not been open yet, although some folks did find a way in through the side door, but we're going to be opening it up. Over there, we're kind of using that for eating. If you want to grab some food later and sit down, there's a lot of tables. But also, if the hacker rooms are a little bit full or you want a bit more space, you can hack over there as well.
The Wi-Fi network code is also on the tables outside, but yeah, in case you need it, it's there. It's working super fine. So
I can see all the people who weren't in our earlier session trying to get this one. We do have it around. So we're right now in this part of the agenda. We're going to do our kickoff now with all of the prizes, and then we're going to have dinner. Then we do this team formation meeting, and then we end our day at 11. And tomorrow, again, we're doing office hours. And on Sunday, the submission deadline is noon, 12 noon. We're going to have lunch, and then judging starts at 1. And then that will be running for a few hours. I think right now on the website it says 4 p.m. closing ceremony, but we are legendarily late with that.
There's an asterisk.
There's an asterisk because in the past it says 4 or 5.
Yeah, pretty much.
Or 6. Hopefully.
It can't be too late because actually, we forgot it here, but we have the after party.
Totally.
That starts at 7 p.m.
On Sunday.
So you don't want to miss that.
Yes. All right. So now, great. So now we want to thank our partners and sponsors for this event. We can never do the hackathon without these partners because it's very much a collaboration. They bring the expertise and tools and kind of vision, a lot of ideas. So we want to say thank you to Aleph Zero, our top sponsor for this event. Maybe you can clap.
Yeah.
Aleph Zero is a local team, and they also sponsored ZK Hack Lisbon, our first hackathon, and took a chance on us. So thanks so much for coming back. We also want to thank top sponsor O1 Labs and Mina. Let's clap.
Go for it.
Amazing. O1 Labs and Mina I think it was O1 Labs was last time in Istanbul. There's so many projects built on their stack last time, and so we're so happy to have you back again, and also even closer, very close to the Berkeley upgrade. All right.
Thanks to our base sponsors as well. So Hile, Polygon and Nethermind Research. Go for it, go for it. As well as Avail, ZK Lighter, and Givelot.
And this time around, we have our community sponsors. Interestingly, we have 2 FHE-focused sponsors, so Fairmath and Phoenix. We also have Scroll and ZK Sync, WorldCoin, and Snarkify. Thank you to all of the sponsors for joining us for this ZK Hack Kraków. Thank you.
Thanks to our prize partner as well, ZKV, and our media partner, Zero Knowledge Podcast.
We wanted Gaylord to read that slide because those are
Nobody
companies.
noticed. That's
yeah.
Also, a big thank you to the team. So yeah, Hania, DC Builder, Natalia, Anna, and Agnieszka for putting the event together. And the most astute members of the audience might have noticed that Quentin is here. So it's just, Charles, thanks, man. Thanks for helping a lot with the Hacker House, because this time we tried something new, actually. From last Monday, we gathered a group of very skilled engineers together in a house, in a building 20 minutes away from here. And yeah, it was great. We had a great time. Very great question asked by our participants to the Aleph Zero and the Mina folks who came to give workshops. Yeah, we had a great time. Let's not make any promise, but
yeah. Why don't we say, like, this was definitely an experiment. This was the first time
definitely.
We were hosting a Hacker House, especially alongside a hackathon.
Yes.
But I think it went quite well.
I mean, I don't know. I can say that some of the Hacker House
did the Hacker
participants.
House?
Yeah. How did you like it, guys?
Was it okay? You want to do it again? Yeah. we need some feedback.
Yeah, they're sparse. But thanks, guys. It was great. I mean, I had a great time. So thanks for being there.
All right, now we'd like to invite our top sponsors to the stage to say a few words.
Yeah, we'll start with Aleph Zero.
Yes.
Yes, you're here. Yeah, you can go for the claps.
That's for the slides, right?
Yeah.
Hey, everyone. Great to be here. Thanks, everyone, for showing up and for being here with us. And yes, I'm Pete, and I have the pleasure of introducing Aleph Zero as one of the sponsors and providers of the bounty. Thank you so much. So we are a very locally sourced team. Most of us are based here in Kraków. Yeah, as you can see on the slide, there's 55 of us in total. We do a fast and scalable blockchain with a focus on privacy. Now, as for the tech stack we are using, well, on the blockchain side, we are using Rust. For the smart contracts, we are using Ink and Solidity. I guess for the purpose of this bounty, you will be focusing on Solidity. And well, since it's all about ZK, for the ZK part, we are using Halo 2 with KZG commitments. Now, what we are doing right now, aside from running a very cool blockchain, is working on a privacy layer with a private DEX. Sorry if I'm reading the slides; it just makes me feel more comfortable. Yeah, we are now kind of like trying to, I think I can say solve the problems of UX and DevX in the Web3 space. At least make the advancements. And some of you might have heard it on the presentation during the Hacker House. We were working on client-side proving. Now, as for the really interesting part, which is the bounties, yeah, there's like there's no sum here, so it all sums up to 20K USD in total. So I would say a pretty hefty bounty.
Yeah.
Thank you on behalf of our company. So we've decided to split it in two paths. You can choose the one you prefer, basically. But there's a hacker path. I am not going to explain too much about like the actual content of the bounty, but more about the core idea. So the core idea is the hacker path is basically if you like to dig deep down into the ZK tech, into the circuits, and try to optimize it, and like really get your hands dirty with the internals. And then there's the product path, which is pretty much show us cool use cases of ZK and write great ZK-based apps. I hope I'm not, oversimplifying this, but this is what it boils down to, and you will make your own decision. Yeah, you can see the bounty amounts here. So you will notice that there's like an overall classification, and actually independently, there's like 2 top spots for the hacker path and the product path. So it might happen that your solution is actually eligible for both the overall prize and the like category prize. So please make sure you make an informed choice and commit yourself to something that will bring you the most joy and the most, learning experience throughout the hackathon. So once again, yeah, thank you for joining us, and we're, really excited to see all of your submissions and all of your projects. And and like I mentioned, we have a great team here, our fabulous privacy team, some of the smartest guys I know, by far. So they will be here during the hackathon. So if you have any questions, feel free to ping them either in person or online, and I'm sure they will be happy to provide you with any assistance. It's so easy to make such declarations on behalf of someone else. They will give you all of their time. Don't worry. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
I also want to just say, we mentioned this, and we'll make more noise about it over the next few days, but we also have an after party to this event that's hosted by ALF0, so excited for that.
Looking forward to it.
All right, next up, Brendan's going to share the O1 Labs Mina protocol story and bounties. Welcome to the stage.
Thank you. Hi. Oh, yeah, the clicker. Hi, everyone. I hope I'm coherent. I've had a couple late nights in a row. So, cool. I'm Brandon. I am a founding engineer of O1 Labs, and now I'm the CEO. And sometimes I have to stay up late a lot of nights in a row. So we incubated Mina protocol, which I'll talk about in a second, and we created O1JS and Kimchi, the proof system in Mina, and we're also making a VM, like a Turing VM, O1 VM. Cool. So Mina is a single proof of everything. Like every transaction, every block gets folded together. And that means, well, and I guess I'll say more, but like every computation is a proof. Every smart contract, action. You can tell I'm tired, huh? Anyway, and basically, like, you can think of Mina as this crazy, like, recursive tower of proofs that goes all the way down to infinity, and you can do really weird, wild stuff with it. If you want to do something that's less weird and wild and build like applications, you can use a ZK rollup. And if you want to do really weird and wild stuff, you can kind of go deeper into the guts. So yes, we're gonna, build stuff here, if you want. So on Mina, we really make client-side proving first class at the L1 layer. You can use O1JS for building low-level cryptographic primitives, or to like go really deep into kind of the interface level of Mina at the L1. Or if you want to build, maybe more of a typical application type thing, but still that uses privacy and other interesting ZK things, you can use ProtoKit. Yeah, and recursive proofs, they're kind of like recursive functions. So wouldn't it be cool if we could just write recursive functions and we get recursive proofs? You can do that if you play with our stuff and build cool things. So I'm excited to see what people do. cool. So we have bounties. So there's some like easy tutorials, which if you're not sure, you've never played with stuff before, you're still choosing your tech stack. I mean, do this and you can get 100 Mina if you're the first 20 to complete it. I don't know where you learn what those tutorials are, so you'll have to come to our booth. That was an oversight. Okay, if you wanna play with like building a cryptographic primitive or like doing something weird and deep in ZK, you should use O1JS, and you can win 14,000 Mina. The crypto markets move a lot, but that should be a lot of money. No. Sorry. Okay, either remove the K or remove the zeros. Like I said, I'm very tired. I'm sorry. Okay. Not 14 million. Yeah. This is a pot, right? Like we can, if there's like a couple really cool things, we're gonna split it. We'll probably split it. We're not going to give just all of it to one team. So please, play with stuff. And then you can use ProtoKit to build an app. That's like, I guess, if you want to use the metaphors from before, this is like the hacker path, and that's like the product path. And yeah, there's also a big prize pot to play with. And yeah, I think that is around 20,000 USD, but depending on the spot.
Yeah, even more actually. 24. I mean, the price went up, so it's 24,000.
Look at that. It's a lot of money.
That's quite an amount.
Yeah, win money.
You can clap for that.
Let's do it. And we're going to be, so folks from O1 Labs and Mina Foundation and ProtoKit and other community members in the Mina ecosystem, there's like a lot of you here. And so feel free to ask around. I'm sure other teams building on Mina that might have more experience would be happy to help people who are newer. Okay, here's where you learn stuff, I guess. So join this. It's a Telegram group, and we'll share more links. I'll keep that up for a second. I'm sorry, but Mina's really cool. Okay, great. Thanks, Anna.
You did great. Thanks for coming up, especially if you're tired. One thing is we also do have on Discord, we do have a channel, I think, dedicated to all things as well. So maybe you post that in there, or you answer in there. I don't know, up to you guys. Okay.
Next time,
14. Nice. Okay, so we are now going to list off other bounties from, because almost all of our partners have bounties, not all, but almost all. We're going to encourage you to take your camera out because we're going to go through these slides, but if there's particular bounties you want details about, take a pic. There's quite a lot of text on these slides, so yeah, if you want to keep your eye out.
Yeah, maybe before we start, so I'm going to go a bit fast maybe for you to read all the text, but the information is on DevFolio. That's where you will get all the details about all of these bounties. Let's get started. Because there are a lot of bounties.
There's a lot, and it's all you, so.
Actually, yeah, they just said. So we have about 24,000 from Mina and O1 Labs. We have 20,000 from Aleph Zero. That's already quite an amount, but we will actually do more now. We also have a total of $6,000 from Polygon that share between 2 tracks. I'm going to pause it here if you want to take a small
if you want to take a shot, please do. Also, check out that font on the P and the B. I've never seen that.
It's growing on me,
It says ZK EVM. Yeah. I think it matches the dragon stuff.
Yeah, I think there's a purpose. $6,000 from ZK Lighter as well. It's going to be shared amongst different tracks. So 4 tracks they have. It's going to be shared. You have the details on DevFolio again. There is also an interesting bonus here with the interview with the CTO of ZK Lighter. So, that's an unusual bounty.
Maybe there's a job in there.
I suspect there is.
There is a job in there.
I knew it. 5,000 euros from Ile throughout 4 different tracks.
Great slide.
Great picks, yeah.
Pick.
Sylvain and Lancelot are actually, yeah, well done. So again, you go to the booth if you want to engage with them and ask questions. We also have $5,000 from Gevulet, shared amongst 4 different tracks. Very nice dragon. I like it. I like the design very much.
You may be the designer of that. Is there one on the back here? Yes.
Yeah, very cool T-shirt. It's not the same. There's also $5,000 from Avail, split between two different tracks, generally speaking. Again, more details on their folio, and feel free to ask more details in the Discord channel that's dedicated to Avail. Netherman is offering a 4,000 prize pot shared between 4 different tracks. So check them out. They're actually quite general purpose.
There's a ZKML, Lattice.
Yeah, good stuff, good stuff. Our FHC friends from Fairmath are offering $3,000 in bounties with 2 different tracks. You can also check out details on their folio, and I think they prepared a dedicated Notion page with all the details, the docs, etc. And Phoenix is also offering $3,000 in bounty for 3 projects, the best 3 projects that will be using FHE with Phoenix. And we have also $3,000 from our friend from ZK Sync that will be given to the 2 best projects deployed on ZK Sync. So this adds up to a big amount. So right now we're kind of over $80,000 already. Mm-hmm. That's a reasonable amount.
But now I'm going to talk a little bit about our prizes for this particular hackathon. So what we just shared were bounties. These are partner bounties. These are going to be judged individually by each team. So if you're submitting a bounty to these teams, and you can do this through DevFolio, you're going to separately find those teams for them to be able to judge your projects. But this whole hackathon has a judging, like, I mentioned this 12 o'clock cutoff, judging. That's actually for this sort of the ZK Hack Kraków prize pool. The first time we did ZK Hack IRL hackathon was in Lisbon. What we learned at that hackathon was that there are the applications, and then there's these hardcore implementations. And it was very hard to compare them or judge them or rank them because there's such different work. So once again, for this one, we're going to be having a chewing glass prize. This is for 5,000. The chewing glass prize, there's usually not that many teams that submit to this, but this is where you're like implementing like a paper for the first time. You might be porting something that exists on one language to another. Here you're like building kind of the libraries. You're contributing directly to the ZK space. You're not so much focused on creating an app, but rather like creating a library, creating something like that. So this time around, we actually boosted the Chewing Glass prize winning because it is quite impressive what people have built in the past. We also have, this time around, our top 3 prize amounts. We're doing 5K for the first place, 4K for the second place, and 3K for the third place. Last time, we were not able to rank them. We ended up making it a pool of 5 because we just couldn't do it. This time, we are trying again.
Yes, we will do it, I'm sure.
Okay. We worked quite hard on the judging criteria this time around. We've learned a lot from our last
I hope it will be hard with all the many amazing submissions. So yeah, please try hard to make our job very hard as well.
Totally. And obviously, like throughout the next few days, we're going to be sharing more with you how we're doing the judging, where we're doing the judging. We're going to be breaking up the judging groups into multiple groups. But yeah, we'll tell you more about that soon. We have done this since the start of this hackathon, which is the Hacker's Choice Prize. This we decide, so basically once the chewing glass and the top 3 are selected, we often have an honorable mentions list. Great projects that could have won but didn't quite make it in. We then will be listing these for all of you, and you're going to be voting on these to choose the Hacker's Choice. And actually, you won the Hacker's Choice.
I mean,
you guys won the Hacker's Choice at ZK Hack Lisbon. That's how I met Gaylord.
If I did it, you all can do it. That's for sure.
Yeah. Should I? Okay. So the prize partner is ZKV, a company that I also am a co-founder of. But this is very much in line with what ZKV's mission is. ZKV is a validator running on multiple POS networks, including a few here. But one of the things we always want to do is contribute back or fund or just encourage more ZK development. Funding things like this, it's a great opportunity for us to get some of those funds back into the hands of the people who are building the most innovative things. And so I'm I think it's just so cool that like ZKV could be a prize partner for ZK Hack. Also, as I mentioned earlier in the day, ZKV and the podcast were kind of the co-creators of ZK Hack before it spun off on its own. So there's obviously a rapport there. Yeah. Oh yeah. I really want to thank, so we're going to highlight these judges more later, but we have an amazing batch of judges for this particular edition. I'm just going to kind of quickly show them here. You can find out more about them on DevFolio. I know some of them have already arrived on site. Some of them are arriving a little bit later. Thank you all for joining us and working with us for this. Yeah.
Yep.
All right, folks, that wraps up the kickoff. Basically, the only thing we have left for now is dinner, which I'm very excited for. We do also have, though I'm just going to highlight, team formation. The 5 or 6 of you that do not yet have teams, please meet each other at 7:30.
Just here.
Over there. Also, if you're still looking for ideas, here's a couple ideas. If you don't have any ideas, I think talk to some of the partner teams because they often like work with lots of different applications. we wanted to take a photo. Oh God, we did this last time. Should we do it now or at the end? Okay, just hold on for a second. We're gonna take a photo. Just don't leave yet. Just 1 second.
They will leave.
You do it. Okay. Wave. Say, do something. Are you here? Yes.
Do something. Thank you guys.
Yeah.
Enjoy the dinner.
Thank you so much. Have a wonderful weekend hacking with us. And enjoy the dinner. We're going to open up the ballroom now. Woo!